Here's the next one, which is probably another one of my favorites, which is practice gratitude. Well, some people say, well, what does practicing gratitude look like? Well, some people keep what is that called? A gratitude journal, which means they write about the positive things. They're thankful even for the small wins. They're thankful for life. They're thankful for the abilities. And practicing gratitude allows you to have a positive mindset and not a negative mindset. It allows you to see the positivity even in the small things. So whether you write it out in a journal, or say them out loud, or however you practice gratitude, by saying thank you, by being appreciative, by understanding that even if you wake up in the morning, or something that most people might take for granted or seem small, that you find thanks in it, that you find gratitude in it, it changes your whole outlook. So I was working with a Vietnam vet, and an older gentleman, and he came to therapy. Well, not obviously, but he's a Vietnam vet and experiencing pretty extreme PTSD. And when I say extreme, may not be as extreme as most, but to the degree where flashbacks, dreams, anxiety, hypervigilance, fear, all of these things were happening. And he couldn't get the vision of some of the wartime combat that he saw in the war. Particularly, he lost a buddy who, as they were filling the tanker, explosives came in, and he was right there as the tanker blew up, and he watched his young man perish. And he kept seeing this vision, but also survivor's guilt. He felt, because he's a veteran and he was in the military, just feeling guilty for feeling fear. He felt like a coward. And so the guilt and the shame that he felt from being in Vietnam and watching these people die because he couldn't get to them because the fire was too intense, he carried this guilt with him. So as we're participating in session, one of the things that I asked him, I said, have you ever thought about being grateful or practicing gratitude? He said, no, I never thought about that. But grateful for what? Well, you came home from the war and you were able to raise a family. You were able to, he's still with his same wife at this time. And you're here now that you could share your story. You could share your stories with other people. And we just go down the list. And I have to be honest that when I asked him about gratitude, it shifted the direction of therapy And it shifted his mindset. He said, I never thought about it. He began to write things down. Instead of when he shared his story with people or when he talked about it, he didn't talk about it from a fear-based or shame or guilt-based. He talked about it from a place of gratitude, and his PTSD shifted. That's how powerful gratitude is. Too often we get caught up in, or we get caught up in the negativity and the pain and the sorrow, that we never take time out to practice gratitude.